first I should ask, do you think the Fisheries Reform Act needs revamping?
I don't know if revamping. I think it needs. It probably could use. I hate the word tweaking, but it probably needs a second look. There probably could be modifications made. I think that the general structure is a good one. It's to determine what works and what hasn't worked. To reassess some things might not be bad.
So, does anything come to mind in particular that you would recommend as needing tweaking?
I think we need to look at the licensing structure. I think there are, for instance, and I mean these compromises were made for political reasons, and maybe they were needed to get people accustomed to paying for a saltwater fishing license. But if you go fish on a fishing pier, you don't need a license. There's a blanket license that covers everybody on that fishing pier. I don't know how many thousands of people fish on fishing piers. If you go fish on a charter boat or a head boat, you don't need a license. The captain has a blanket license that covers everybody. Those are all compromises that were made to make it more palatable. I don't think we need to do that anymore. We're losing revenue. We're losing data, data collections. So I think in things like that, I think we need to relook at how that fee is structured. I think the way that money is spent, there needs to be a mandated public process. There isn't one now, and as I learned, it can be given and taken away by the whims of one person on a regulatory commission. That's not right. It shouldn't be that way. There are probably $100 million that's been spent. I don't know if there's ever been an audit of how that money was spent. That needs to be done.
Talking about from the
Cruffle.
saltwater license,
Yes.
yeah.
There is this second trust fund that is accumulating money at a rapid rate. I don't know what it's supposed to be used for, what its purposes are, but there's a big pot of money. And as that pot gets bigger and bigger, it becomes a target for all kinds of things. So I think the whole process of how the licensing fees are collected, who should pay for them, and the process in which that money is dispersed in project funds needs a serious look. I mean, it basically works, but there's no real accounting, and there's no meaningful public review and transparency on how that money is spent.